right abusuan like video share mo before na ono nso enya bi enhwe na ene ubepiem ewo Asante Mantemu a nipa bi enya adwen bi se NDC again grounds ewo region no mu unim so se baka na Ashanti region the strongest hold for the new patriotic party na Musa Dankwa obi a eba research say yenye push na yenye hwehwemu emfa politics ho ne ade a oboni hu modern ye pa anya asem ketua na nei watimi at the research bi ababonti a say regional minister Dr. Frank Amwakohene under the regime no as regional minister no NDC is rather degrading na say form said ye ebi hu no say on social media or ye popular ne de keka hu na ebia eboa ma monyoko no ekosoro na nyensa na tie according to the people in the region no say NDC is now becoming unpopular in the region rather than said ye omu portray no social media amanfo bebre no esi ehu no na lawyer Paul Adom Ochre etimi aya analysis be on this issue amepesi e beji bre na akwakutie na yenso adwenkyere efa nsem no ho no e di ato comment section.
We told the NDC that this guy is going to create a problem for you. This guy is so disingenuous. This guy is dishonest. I mean, this guy is just about social media. That's all he is. He was even ranting about painting, what do they call it, under bridge overpass, until he was told by the Ashanti region people that these bridges and overpasses that you are painting and making a lot of capital, social capital about it, they were constructed by your opponents. So wait till your government constructs something, then you can paint it and make noise about it. For now, if you paint it, you're just enhancing what the opponents did, which is part of your work. So say it like that Akufo-Addo built the interchange and I'm enhancing it. That John Ejekon Kufuor built an interchange and I'm enhancing it. He didn't listen. He went wild, excited about social media. Today, Bongo Ideas is talking about him, that he should be one of the ministers, should be reassigned. Bongo Ideas is an NDC person. He's not an NPP person. Ralph is an NDC person. He's not an NPP person. But of course, data, if we can rely on it, speaks better than everyone. Here is data. Musa Dankwa, who is NDC, is not NPP. Musa Dankwa is NDC. He has published posts and says that in Ashanti region, the NDC's popularity of 30% at the time of the last voting has now shrunk to 18%. I can assure you, viewers, that if Musa Dankwa's post is anything to be relied upon, it is the dereliction of Frank Amwakohene that has brought the NDC from 30% to 18%. We are seasoned political analysts. Yes, I can say that. I'm a seasoned political analyst. I've been doing it for 25 years. You can read my book. So I'm seasoned political analyst, okay? And I noticed that this guy is going to collapse the NDC in Ashanti region. And the NDC people thought that it doesn't matter. How can you be a regional minister and go and do fashion parade and be working at regional minister? You can attend the fashion parade and give a speech and give a policy about how you want to help the people who are doing fashion to get to the walkways of Paris and the walkways in Munich and the walkways in London. You can go to the fashion with a mindset to assist them that tomorrow when their names are called, they will no longer be Kumasi and Ashanti region fashion designers, but they will be global. That is the work of the policy maker, and that's why the taxpayer pays you. They don't pay you to go and wear some of the fashion and do the catwalk and pretend that everything is a joke. If you do that, the serious people will move you from your 30%, which was a bonus, which you got because of economic situation in Ghana, 30%, and a lot of lies and propaganda told during the election, your 133, that nobody talks about. For the last 6 months, no minister has ever said 133. And I'm doing an algorithm. I'm looking at speeches of ministers and speeches of the president. We'll finish in about September. We'll come and show you. Please, not that because I've said it, they will now start saying it. It will show that they started saying it from June or July. So you will see, when you look at it, you will laugh. You will see that the 133 is not in anybody's speech, from Gold Board to Ministry of Finance to Office of the President, Ministers of State. Nobody talks about that anymore. And these are the things that occasioned the 30% in Ashanti region, an area where NDC should normally not do that much. Now that 30%, because of a derelict minister, they are on 18%, according to NDC poster. According to the NDC poster, NDC's popularity in Ashanti has come from 30% to 18% because of the dereliction of this man called Frank Amoako-Hene. He's disrespectful to his elders, which you cannot do in Ashanti and many parts of Ghana. Our culture does not allow that. He's extremely disrespectful. He thinks he has money, so he doesn't respect anybody. How he got the money, we don't know. Only God knows. But he thinks he's rich. So when you go to Kwase Amoako-Hene, Oscar 36, so he thinks that he just is all over his head. He's disrespectful to everybody. He sat there when the whole Ashanti Hene was complaining about the ugly conduct of a Bono regional minister who is his colleague. He didn't say anything about it publicly. He did nothing about it. He's so disrespectful. He's derelict. He doesn't even know his work. He's an empty head. He doesn't know his work. He doesn't know the work. And then he takes taxpayers' money, flies abroad to go and have his child in America, such that senior professors are now talking about it. Very senior people at the Confanosis Hospital are complaining about it. That is Frank Amoako-Hene, the man who was given a privilege at 36 to be a minister of Ashanti region. And within 1 year, 6 months, he has dropped Ashanti region's NDC's popularity from 30% to 18%, such that Ralph, a key and principal NDC activist, goes to Kumasi and tells him, before the rubbish in Kumasi, that you are doing nothing. You are doing nothing in the region. This is the nature of these kinds of people. Empty barrels, they call them. They make the most noise. Didn't we hear that when we were growing up? Empty. When my teacher in class 3 says, empty barrels, then the whole class makes the most noise. So he say, keep quiet. Don't be an empty barrel. That was in class 3. Class 4, the same thing. When the teacher walks in and we are talking, you know how children we talk, we are 9 years old, we are happy, we are talking. The teacher walks in and says, empty barrels. Then we are all embarrassed. Then we all say, makes the most. He says, say it again. Then we say, make the most noise. The teacher will say, say it louder. Then we say, make the most noise. Then we keep quiet. Empty barrel. This empty barrel, he makes the most noise. Look at the data. 30% to 18% for John Mahama's NDC because of this empty barrel in Ashanti region. This empty barrel who takes taxpayers' money, $60,000, carries his wife to go and have what I am understanding is a third or fourth child. When he was 32 and he was working and he had children, was he able to buy tickets to go abroad? Now he's become government. So taxpayers are always at the mercy that we pay the taxes and then he takes it. In fact, people who have paid more taxes than him to the government's chest, to the government's exchequer, those who have paid more taxes than him, he insults them and he disrespects them. That's Frank Amoako-Hene. He insults them, he disrespects them. And so that is where he is. He's forgotten that you must have gravitas as a politician. It's about gravitas. This guy has no gravitas at all. Let him sit down and say something and see whether you get anything from what he's saying. He has no gravitas. All that brought him to fame was a demonstration against Akufo-Addo in Ashanti region, where he was able to showboat and to fight policemen and show that he's violent and that he can stand policemen. And naturally, NDC supporters in opposition were quite excited about how he had led them as an infantry lieutenant and fighting policemen. That's all good, but that is not gravitas. Gravitas is intellectual, where you are able to sit down and decipher something, where you're able to sit down and generate a policy that will help people in Ashanti region. He should go and ask the SK Boafos of the time. He should go and ask them. He should go and read about Chapman Nyaho, who was Volta Regional Minister under Kwame Nkrumah, and what he did with Volta Region. He should go and read. He has no gravitas. He's an empty barrel who makes a lot of noise. And that is why the NDC's position has shifted from 30% to 18% on account of one single individual. I can assure you. Where is Joseph Yamin, my friend? Joseph Yamin, where is Joseph Yamin? Joseph Yamin and I have a lot of arguments. But Joseph Yamin was holding Ashanti region together in the days of opposition. In fact, way back in the days of Kufuor, these were the giants of NDC in Ashanti. They were holding Ashanti region together. Even the John Mahama guy, what's his name? The one who says that he's Mahama Ba, my guy, he came to my house one day for a reception, and Apia Stadium was in my house for a reception the other day. We were talking, that's long ago. Apia Stadium probably has done better than Frank Amoako-Hene. Your Yamin held the thing together. And I dare say that this 30% that NDC found, the work of Joseph Yamin for many, many years is what has held NDC. Was Yamin loud? No. Was Yamin disrespectful? No. Was Yamin an empty head? No. Did Yamin have money? Yes. Did Yamin show his money about? No. Is Yamin an Asante Kotoko fan? I don't even know. But everybody likes Yamin. And Yamin will talk to you nicely about why you need to shift from NPP to NDC. Was Yamin very hard on Akufo-Addo? Yes, he was. Was Yamin hard on NPP? Yes, he was. Was he disrespectful? No, he wasn't. Did he reduce the NDC's vote? No. Was he a regional minister? No, he wasn't a regional minister. He was a national organizer of the NDC before he was a deputy sports minister, but he represented NDC in Ashanti region. Joseph Yamin. I'm referring to the days of Yamwa Ponko and others. These were the stalwarts of the National Democratic Congress. Yamwa Ponko, I'm related to him, so I know he's from Ejoso. So Yamwa Ponko unfortunately passed. May he rest in peace. So this is Joseph Yamin. These are the people who made NDC look good in Ashanti. For which reason that over the years, NDC has moved from 15%, 18%, 21%, and then eventually, in the big election, 30%. And then, please bring Amoako-Hene in the data back. And then comes this empty barrel who makes a lot of noise. This empty barrel making a lot of noise. And then he brings the NDC from 30% to 18% according to NDC pollster Musa Dankwa. What shall we say to these things? What shall we say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? That's what the Bible said. Go and read it. It's in Romans 30. What shall we, Apostle Paul asked, what shall we say to these things? Then he answers the question, if God be for us, who can be against us? Look at this derelict, empty barrel. Look at him. Empty barrel. You take our taxpayers' money. How much taxes have you paid in your life? Then you come and there's taxpayers' money. You dip your hand into the taxpayers' money, take thousands of dollars, put it in your pocket, and go and deliver your fourth child in America. Why did you deliver the first three in Ghana and you deliver the fourth child in America? Look at this empty barrel. Look at him. It's an empty barrel. And that's why he makes a lot of noise. He makes so much noise because he's an empty barrel.